Hey everyone, it is Gabe from the Frame team, and I wanted to talk a little bit about some things we have coming up and just sort of casually show you some interesting experiments that we have discovered kind of at the intersection of AI and 3D. And maybe at a high level, just talking about some of our goals moving forward, we're going to make Frame a space where people and AI powered agents can come together and create and work and do really a wide variety of things. And in order to bring about this vision, we need to kind of equip the AI agents with tools that help them create all sorts of things. And again, they might be doing this on their own in the frame, whether you're in there or not. And as we've started making kind of our little prompt interface, we're just seeing some cool things come about as we equip our AI agents with different tools that help them get things done in frame. So I want to kind of show off a couple of them that are just kind of a little bit unexpected or interesting and kind of surprising. First, I'm going to give myself some room. I want to change the environment. I'm just going to give us big sort of empty space. We're going to go to, we might as well just go to empty. There we go. Okay, we still got my old assets hanging around. And check this out. I'm going to say something like, this is our wildcard prompt, which is our experimental, just like kind of say what you want, and we'll do our best to make it. Make me a bunch of surprising stuff scattered around, including a poll asking me what I think about it all. Be creative. This is an example of one of these sort of open-ended prompts that's not very explicit, but it's neat to see how the large language model kind of converts that. It knows the different tools it has that can create various assets in the 3D world, and it'll kind of do its best to like take my intent and manifest it in 3D space. And where this is going to get really interesting is when we have agents, multiple AI-powered agents in here that will be given general system instructions, but they will be prompting each other and then moving around the space and looking at the output and then continuously revising it towards the goal that you have in mind for them. Or maybe they're setting goals for each other. So here's what it made. All it made was 2 boxes. It made 2, oh, no. First of all, what do you think about, it also made the poll. I'm going to say it's okay. So it made this image, which I don't know what that, it's actually very cool. I don't know what it, I don't really know what it did. And it made these shapes and it made this poll. So that's kind of interesting. Kind of certainly unpredictable. Let's give it another prompt for create a collection of text and images about different facets of the semiconductor manufacturing process and arrange them nicely in front of me. Let's see how this does. This is more of a kind of an informational sort of prompt, of course. And what will be neat is some of the tools that we're working on actually will give your agents the ability to search the web. So it's not just relying on the training content that's been put in GPT-4, by a certain date. It'll be able to search the web in real time. And it'll be able to search other things that you give it access to if you wish. It'll be able to hook into your APIs for data retrieval. It'll really be able to do quite a bit. Okay, it has made a text label. It has made a bunch of images. It's actually made a bunch of text labels. So it did a pretty, this is really interesting. It did a pretty good job at bringing in different, facets of the semiconductor manufacturing process The way it made these text labels is not great. These are like way too big. And it also made these images that show off different aspects of the process. I'd say it didn't do a great job at actually like arranging them in space in a way that was sensible. But these are exactly the kinds of things that we are tuning it to be able to do, such that you can give it a prompt like that, and not only will it create the requisite assets, but it'll actually sort of arrange them in space in a really strategic way instead of kind of just a brute force, drop them in front of you, sometimes overlapping each other. But still pretty interesting stuff. Okay. Let's try one more. Make me as many assets as you can related to the prompt fireflies shimmering in a field. Let's see how this does. Okay, let's see what it did. Okay, well, it's made a yellow cube. It's made 2 yellow cubes. So this is super interesting. It seemed to want to interpret this as it only wanted to use shapes to bring across that vision. And oh, no, I was just late to the party. It also made a 360 photo. So we have this really nice field here. You can see little fireflies back there, but you can tell the way that it really tried to make the fireflies was with these yellow cubes, which I'd say is a very creative way to use the tools it had to kind of accomplish its mission. Now, we actually have 3D model generation coming into this AI as well. We already have it in the UI as a dedicated prompt interface, but we're weaving it into one of the tools that our sort of general AI creative tool can do as well. So it wouldn't surprise me if these actually would be 3D models of fireflies coming up soon. Okay, so there you have it. Just a couple interesting little experiments. This stuff is improving so rapidly. It's hard to kind of exaggerate. When I look at where I first started out with these little prompts and what it could make to what I can do now, even if you weren't impressed by this, I'm positive you'd be impressed by the rate of progress that I'm seeing in our development of this stuff and the development of the AI space broadly and large language models. So, okay, we're making an incredible sort of simulation engine, an incredible place where people and AI agents can come together and do tons of stuff together. If you're excited, grab a frame right now, learn.framevr.io.